Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I've got this gorgeous low mileage 63,000 original lifetime mile 2006 Ford Escape Hybrid for you today, and this will be a test drive and driving impression video of this vehicle as we get it out onto the road, put it through its paces, take you along with us for the ride so that you can see and hear everything that we see in here. We do have an in-depth walk around video of this vehicle where we demonstrate its many functions and features and discuss the vehicle in greater detail. Make sure you catch that video as well. We'll be sure to include links to both videos in the description portion of that anywhere you see this vehicle for sale. Before we begin, just want to take a quick walk around just to show you how brilliantly the exterior of the vehicle presents. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started and go on our test drive video. Thank you for joining us, folks. 63,369 miles. Go ahead and put the camera on the top of the dashboard here while we get our seatbelt on. Safety first. Folks, I've done tons of these Ford Escape Hybrid videos. If you're not new to this channel and you've watched our channel before, you'll know that this is one of our favorite vehicles. We've sold more of these than anything else out there. We used to be able to get our hands on quite a few of these. At one point we had 19 of these at one given time, which make up about a fourth of our inventory, 1/3 or 1/4 of our inventory, depending on what time of year you think about it. That's no accident. We do well with these vehicles, and these vehicles have always been in high demand. The only difference is now we just really can't get our hands on them that much anymore. They've stopped making these since 2012, the hybrid version of the first generation and second generation Ford Escape Hybrids, before they revamped them later on. The Ford Escape Hybrid did come back, but I don't consider it the same vehicle. In 2005, when the Ford Escape Hybrid first debuted, Ford didn't know if it was going to be a huge success, and they didn't want to dump a ton of money into research and development into this vehicle without knowing if hybrid technology was going to be in demand, it was going to catch on. So they reached out to Toyota, who was doing hybrids from the late 90s, and Toyota provided much of the hybrid system for this vehicle and much of the technology that went into this vehicle, which is why I always say this vehicle turned out so great. I always call this vehicle the car that Ford accidentally made well, or accidentally made great. But if you think about it, it wasn't much of an accident. It was Toyota's influence on this vehicle which made it so great. This vehicle came in a non-hybrid 4-cylinder and in a non-hybrid 6-cylinder, and it was just really nothing to write home about. It was very ordinary, very vanilla. I would say maybe even below par as far as quality or longevity goes, but the hybrid version was always great. We've had them with well over 300,000 miles, even 350,000 miles, still running and performing like brand new. Extremely reliable, low cost of ownership, easy to maintain, and they just keep going and going, folks. They come in a few different configurations as far as front wheel drive or all wheel drive. You can get them with leather, without leather, with navigation, without navigation. You can get them with a moonroof, without a moonroof, with heated seats, without heated seats. This thing is performing beautifully. It's not very often where I do a test drive video where it's actually my first time driving any particular vehicle, except this time it really is. It's the first time I'm driving this vehicle. It drives and performs as it should, we know, because we've sold more of these than anything else. Vehicle tracks straight, no excessive noises, rattles, or squeaks. Minimal outside noise or road noise. Doesn't pull to the left or the right. Very smooth and quiet. Power is very linear. Feels great. Good get up and go. The tires look like they're very new. They got about 95% or more of their tread remaining. All 4 matching Firestone tires. This next stretch of road over here, which we're going to make a right turn on, is known for having lots of potholes, lots of uneven surfaces, and lots of rough roads on this section. We purposely bring vehicles in this section of road because if there's ever any excessive wear and tear on the upper or lower control arms, sway bar links, tie rod ends, any part of the suspension, shocks or struts, we'll typically feel the movements, the rattles, the squeaks, the moans, the groans on this section of road, and this is feeling real tight. Yeah, it feels real tight and responsive. Very impressive. On the next stretch of road at the next intersection, we'll make a right turn and we'll do a 0 to 60 acceleration run going up a hill, as you can see with our air conditioning on max. That's putting maximum load on the vehicle. We'll accelerate. We won't give it full throttle because we don't want to attract a ton of attention to ourselves, but we'll give it a good, we'll give it the beans. We'll see how it does. Let's see. Come to a complete stop over here. We'll give it about 30% throttle, 40, 50% throttle, 60% throttle, 70% throttle, 80% throttle. Get it over to 60. I won't call it fast, but you know, it's fast enough. It does what it needs to do, and as you apply the brakes and slow down, you don't feel any shaking or shimmying on the pedal. You don't feel any shaking or shimmying on the chassis, and none on the steering wheel. No feedback, so no signs of excessive wear and tear on the rotors, warping on the rotors. It feels nice and smooth. Stopping power is pretty good going down this hill. We'll do a little bit of a harder brake. Feels pretty good. Very responsive. Very impressive. Folks, for those of you watching from out of state or out of town, we do also offer affordable nationwide shipping and transport services. So just give us a call and we'll be happy to get you a quote and let you know what it would take to get this vehicle from our doorstep to yours, so don't be shy. Trade-ins are welcome. Extended warranties are available. If you have any additional questions, concerns, or comments, anything you'd like to get a hold of a live person about, you can get a hold of us by dialing area code 916-765-7575. You can also find us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website at www.directauto.outlet.com. Yeah, my first driving experience with this vehicle is very positive. I think you're going to like what you see. It's kind of the nature of hybrid vehicles where they typically accumulate a ton of miles on. The folks that buy hybrids typically after 19 years don't only have 63,000 miles on the vehicle. They typically have many more miles than that on the vehicle, so it's actually really rare to find a hybrid with this few miles on it. It's actually quite impressive. Typically they rack them up quite high. Folks, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and get a hold of us. You can find us 7 days a week on our website at directauto.outlet.com. Come on out and see us. As we make our way back to the lot here, last few twists and turns. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us and investing your valuable time, sticking with us throughout the entirety of this video. We certainly do appreciate that. If you have any additional questions, concerns, or comments, give us a call, get a hold of us. Go ahead and squeeze through these cones, back on in, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks so much for joining us, folks. Come on out and see us. Have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.